a straight conveyor belt. So now let's do a rounded corner conveyor belt. So the first thing we need to do is add the conveyor belt in machines. So let's go machines, right click, add machine, CAD library, and let's go under conveyor belts. Fixtures, conveyor, and then let's find the round portion to this. So now that we have this in, if you remember from the previous video, we did 700 for the Z height, and let's bring this over and let's rotate this around. So let's go under the R and let's go 180 degrees, and let's bring this so it's really close, and then we can go to the top view and line it up. Make sure they're nice numbers. Good. And then -985 looks like it's lining up as well. Next, let's give it a name. So let's go conveyor belt, hit apply. So now we have our conveyor belt round. Let's right click on it, add link, and we're going to go from the CAD file, because if you remember from the previous video, we exported the part box. And let's go box number 1. There's our box number 1. Now before we change anything, we're going to have to now move the motor so that it's in the center or the radius of this round portion. So let's go to General, and then let's go Edit Axis Origin, and you'll see the actual motor. We need to bring this out. And I think it was about 900 millimeters to the center of this object. So the actual center on here is actually on the rail here. So we went out another 900 for our object, and now we need to put our box into place. So we need to move our linked CAD, and we want to click our box, and then we're going to move it close to our object. So our center to center here was about 506 to 511 millimeters. So if we go about 256 plus our 900, and we should have about 1155 to the center. So now that it's centered on this, and we're going to come right into the edge here. Now that we have this in place, let's just double check that the height is correct. So the height that we had on our previous video was 195. Sure that we are in line. There we go. So we are now in line with our other object. So it's going to end our circular path along this right here. Let's go to motion, and we are going to do a device IO control, and we're going to do a rotary this time, and we're going to have the same amount of outputs and inputs. So let's just go right down the line and start adding our controller number 1. And this one, IO tag, we're going to go digital out number 2, digital output number 2, and we're going to have off. And then this is going to be our digital in number 3, and then our digital in number 4, and then value is going to be on. So now we need to know the location. So if we go location, so 0 is that, and then let's go -90. So no, -90 goes to the correct place as well. Okay, so we have 0, and then -90. So let's go in here. So digital 3, this one's going to be our -90 position, and then this is going to be our 0 position. So when we're at here, up here, it's going to be digital control number 3. So when we're at there, digital output number 3 is going to be tested, and then this one is going to be digital output number 1. Okay, let's test this out, see how it looks. So let's go to Teach, add simulation program, and we'll call this round conveyor. And we're going to instruction. We're going to go digital number 2 on. And let's see what we're doing. So let's bring up the actual conveyor belt here. So -90, which is right here, should be off. So let's switch this from on to off. And let's go wait, and we're going to wait until we get to that point, which is digital number 3. So digital input number 3, location -90, and we're going to wait till that's on. And then we're going to do a wait command of 1 second after that happens. And then we're going to go to digital output number 2. And we're going to turn it on, which will bring it to 0, which is down here. And then we're going to wait until that happens. So let's go to wait digital 4 is on. And let's do a loop on this. So we're going to go to jump label. And then up top here, we're going to do a jump to label 1, and we're going to move this up to position number 1. And let's run this and see what it looks like. And now it's moving down that corner. And then it's going to come back. So now we got to mess with the speed so that it looks like it's going to go down the conveyor belt and then it's going to warp back. So let's stop this and then let's go to speed. So let's figure out what speed is what. So if I go, say, double the speed, 30 degrees per second, hit apply, and we run this and see which direction it is. So that looks about the same speed. And that's definitely going faster. Okay, so 30 is going down that way, and then 15 is back. So we need to up this speed. So let's kick it up to 3,000 or 4,000 degrees per second, and then let's hit apply, and then we can run this. So it warps back, and then it runs through. So now that we have our warp to be correct and our conveyor belt, in the next video we're going to set this up so it looks like it's a continuous path.